Hi there. Welcome to Hourglass Workshops and Conversations with Nancy and Cheryl. I'm Nancy.
And I'm Cheryl. And we're doing a series now on transitions, and particularly midlife transitions, and asking ourselves some of the big questions, sharing with you some of the obstacles and opportunities of midlife. Today we wanted to talk about purpose. And what is your purpose? Which, I mean, it's a huge question.
It is.
And I think throughout life, our purposes change, don't you think?
I do.
Okay.
I think that's one of the hard things about retirement for people, or the loss of a home, loss of a spouse, the different transitions that we go through. It changes your purpose. We're no longer, our main purpose is rearing our children. They're grown.
Right.
You know, they're on their way. So that's done.
Or making money.
Exactly.
You know, or having a career, which, you know, in my case, I had a great career. I loved it. It was wonderful. And then that's no longer the case. So so I retired. So now I'm trying to redefine what is my purpose and what do I want to do.
And sometimes it's really hard because you've defined yourself by making a good living. And then all of a sudden, you're not doing that anymore. And people define themselves by what they do, and many people really suffer from mild depression.
Yeah,
you know, or they get stuck after retirement in dealing with family and becoming a caregiver, or they suffer an illness themselves and they become a patient.
Right.
So, which leads to a lot of unhappiness and depression. You know?
And I think the first half of our life, oftentimes our purpose is outer directed, and we receive a certain level of rewards, kudos, and valuation, if you will, from externally. And I think at this stage of life, whereas we still get some of that, you know, in our connections and what we're doing, but I think it becomes much more of an internal feeling.
Yes.
And so, you know, the purpose becomes internally driven. And we're not talking about values here so much as purpose. What do you think yours is now?
Really exploration, I think. I've never had the opportunity before, but not just the exploration of the world or of my little surroundings, but also of myself. And so that's kind of what my goal is in the next, let's say, 10 years. And I just booked a trip to Italy, and I've traveled, you know, throughout the world. This is the first time I have felt real excitement and joy about a trip, which is really interesting. And I think it's less about the trip and more about where I am right now, you know, because before, as much as I enjoyed the traveling, it was just one more thing to fit into a busy schedule, you know. And I know everybody doesn't look at it that way, but now I mean, it's not until November, and I am just thrilled about it.
Well, the nice thing about travel is it gives you something to look forward to.
Yeah.
You know, in addition.
But I never have done that before.
Right.
You know.
That's great.
It was like, oh yeah, it's out there, and it's one more thing I've just got to plan. But I don't feel that way this time. You know, and I really think it's more where I am in my life, and I really look forward to exploration, both near and far.
Yeah.
How about you?
That's good. I think that mine is probably sort of peace and joy. I just really want to have more fun. And I had 2 New Year's resolutions this year that kind of support that. One is being more mindful, and my goal is to park correctly in parking lots. Parking spaces. I got really sloppy, and I was parking all cockeyed and over the lines. And now I park perfectly.
You've done so well.
I'm doing really well now. I'm in my
Yes.
3rd month, and I park very consciously.
And she's so cute because every time she parks, she goes, "Oh, look, I parked really well."
Yeah, and that's being mindful. And the other is just joy and laughter. I just want to laugh and have more fun. And I mean, it sounds trite, but it really makes you make an effort to kind of weed out the drama and the negativity. And if you do make time for more fun and more joy, I think joy is a bigger word than fun. It just crowds out the negativity, and I'm much more positive.
So this must be our second childhood.
It may be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I would, entertain you to possibly start thinking about what does it mean for your purpose at this point in time, and what do you want? play around with it a little bit, and if any of this resonates with you, feel free to add comments underneath the YouTube video, add it to our blog post on hourglassworkshops.com, and participate in our community.
Yeah.
So until next time, I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Nancy.
Bye now.
Bye.